This is the very young, immature asparagus bed. These are last year's shoots. We did not crop them. There's an ongoing conversation about when to start cropping young asparagus plants. Some people say it's 3 years, or you can take one shoot after the second year, or 2 shoots. I can be patient. I'm going to leave them till I know the roots are good and strong. So effectively, asparagus is a shoot, and it pops up out of the ground, and before it opens up into leaf, you crop it when it's about so big. And some people snip it above the ground. Some people have a thing called an asparagus knife, and they cut underneath the ground. I'm not sure of the benefits of that. My wife just snaps them off. Amanda, she just snaps them off because they're nice and they're sort of brittle and crunchy, and they break quite easily, and they are delicious. So this row here and the row in front of Doug, cameraman Doug, is a new row, and I'll clean this off in a moment. And actually where Doug is standing, you're standing on my asparagus, Doug. He's actually on the 3rd row that we've got, and then in a moment we'll show you the mature row, which you can see the size of the stalk is considerably larger than the size of these stalks here, because the plants are so much more mature. So these stalks here are, you know, what are they? Not even 1/4 of an inch. They're very thin. Whereas, let's walk over here. This is the mature bed, and as you can see, it's huge. It's about 3 feet wide and about 20 feet long, and these get monstrous. As you can see from this one when it was fully grown stood 5 or 6 feet, no more, 7 feet high. So once you stop cropping them, I always stop cropping them, what is it, in the end of May. And then I let all the new shoots come in, because they obviously, you have to have some goodness going back to the root so that it's strong for the following season, and it's got enough sugars in it to take it through the winter. So you do have to decide when you're going to stop cropping them, and as you stop cropping them, the sprout comes up. It's very pretty. It's a really pretty plant, and I put this rudimentary support system in with string and these snow poles, or snow fence poles, and it holds them up, stops them breaking in the wind, and it effectively becomes a hedge. And in fact, landscape architects are now, the modernists among them, are now using asparagus hedges as sort of temporary screening for summer gardens, and it's a really nice idea, and you can eat it too. Eat your hedge. Behind here is a rather old collection of raspberries, and I need to do something about them. They're looking a bit tatty. I'll have to go in and take out the last year's canes, and leave this year's canes, and also feed it. I've noticed the last couple of years the raspberries have not been very good. They've been dry and crumbly and not thick and juicy. So I've obviously got something I'm not doing right, and I'm going to have to read up on how to keep your raspberries juicy. But in anticipation of this not working out well this year, last summer I planted some fall raspberries. Oh, look at all these weeds. I planted some fall raspberries here, and I've got 4 little raspberry plants, and I'm going to plant 4 more beside it where that grass bank is. And these fellas, what are these called? This is a locally grown to thrive in your landscape raspberry called Heritage Red Raspberry, Rubus Heritage, edible garden ready, whatever that means. Zone 4 and above, so that's why this is zone 5 here. We're in Norfolk, Massachusetts. If you go nearer the coast, it gets to down by the Cape, it's like zone 6. If you're out in the Berkshires, out near Lennox and places like that, you're a good zone and a half colder than we are here, so you're a good zone 4 to 4.5 up in the hills, and maybe a zone 5 in places like Springfield. Worcester's cold because it's up on a hill. So it's amazing in this short distance from one side of the state to the other how quickly the average temperatures change, and what you can and cannot grow successfully between the Cape and the Berkshires, the mountains in the western part of the state. These are fall raspberries, and at least that's what I was told that they were, and I'm really looking forward to this year having a really lovely big bowl of raspberries in the late summer, early fall. Quite exciting.